Where you at, Berto?
The problem with female friendships, men don't get it. This video caught my attention because I was just having this conversation with one of my girlfriends the other day, and I feel like guys have better friends than girls do. Let me explain a little deeper. I feel like girls low-key be fake as to each other because they be getting jealous, they talk behind each other's back, they be doing all types of weird. But when it comes to guys, bro, I feel like we are way more locked in. We are way less dramatic. And any scenario where your guy best friend is talking behind your back, you know he don't really with you. You know what I'm saying? But girls will talk behind each other's back and then go back and like try to like make friends. So it's weird. But let's get into it and see what this girl's perspective is on female friendships.
In 2025, men and women couldn't be more different.
Male friendships are just superior to female friendships in every which way.
So if you have a good friendship group full of women, I'm talking maybe 4+, for me that's a taboo.
People say women and friendships over the silliest reasons, which can sometimes be true.
That's it. It's official. I have no friends anymore.
What happened?
Is everything okay?
Tanya didn't wish me a happy birthday.
That's it?
Because it's like, why are you pretending to be my best friend when you secretly hate me, can't celebrate my wins, you don't like my posts? Like, what is—
You don't like my posts. Imagine that. Like, imagine literally sitting back with your homeboys and him at you and complaining, and he's like, yo, bro, what's up with this? Why are you, you know, being fake and shit? And he's like, fake? Why? What happened? What did I do? Bro, you didn't like my Instagram post. Nigga, I wouldn't even want to be friends with that nigga after that.
Is this? I wish every girl didn't have to go through that because it's traumatizing.
Or people will say
Traumatizing.
how, you know, female friendship, there's just too much drama. This can also sometimes be true. Yet, when I heard that men can be friends with each other, however, not even know each other's birthdays, I was genuinely shocked.
The homies, I
Facts.
don't know their birthday until the day of. Straight up.
Facts.
No.
I goddamn barely remember my birthday. My mom called me and said happy birthday, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess it is my birthday.
Nobody cares. It's no big deal.
Or how some men will, you know, be playing FIFA, they'll know each other for years, but not know each other's favorite movie or favorite color.
Yeah.
I was like, what is actually going on? I asked you guys on Instagram and on YouTube, what are some of the biggest differences between male and female friendships? And I kind of wanted to unpack some of them in this video. Hey, if you're new, welcome to the cozy corner of the internet. I'm your host, Christina, and I help people stop shrinking and start living. One of the biggest difference that kept on showing up whenever I asked you guys was actually like shared hobbies. Male friendships tend to center around having a shared hobby, a shared activity, playing games together, playing a sport. Purely anecdotal as an outsider looking in, but I feel like guy friendships are more about existing around one another with a shared interest. They develop bonds and attachment, but not very deeply. It kind of looks all
I don't even necessarily agree with that. I feel like your bond with your homeboys be deep as hell. Pause. Oh shit. That sounds crazy. That sounded crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what I'm saying? It's just that we just don't be fucking so emotional, bro. Like, it's weird. You can go to the gym and just be hooping with niggas and be like, I'm talking about you go to the gym 3-4 times a week and you see that person, you laugh with that person, you know what I'm saying? You fist bump them, and it's just like, that's a gym bro. Won't even know nigga's name. You'll laugh, joke, tell each other stories when you're sitting in the sauna. You know what I'm saying? Won't even know brother's name.
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
Is this a scam, Berto? What is this?
well, look at this guy and this guy. All people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe $20, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
Fun, but little substance, if I'm being honest. My guy friends have told me that they practically know nothing about the other guys in their friend groups, but they hang out nonetheless. This is so interesting to me as a girl who has mainly girlfriends, and I know almost every detail about their lives, like every detail that they're willing to share. Like I know all about them, their job, where they live, where they want to live, what they want to do in their job. I know all about their partner, how long they've been with their partner, if they're happy with their partner, what them and their partner like talk about, what them and their partner's plans are. Like I actually can't imagine being friends with someone that I don't know a lot about their personal life. Because the way I see it, like as a girl, like they are your friend because you talk about these things. So when you take that away, I'm like, how did you become friends? Girlfriends, in my experience, are a lot closer to...
Because y'all be gossiping. That's the difference. We don't be gossiping. We be talking about bullshit, bro. Honestly, now when I think about it, when I'm talking to my homies, unless we talking about getting money and like success and like how we're gonna grind or what we gonna do to get to it, you know, that's probably more like my close friends. Those type of conversations are every day. But just like my more like acquainted friends, we be just talking about bullshit, laughing. It's just good vibes, bro.
One another. They share personal parts of themselves and also enjoy company of one another. These are also a lot of fun, but do have more real talks. It's fun and substance. Girlfriend groups tend to keep each other more honest and tend to call each other out on things. That's why they tend to last less than male friendships. This is a good point because I see people talking about this all.
That's not true either. I mean, obviously, there's some jealous ass niggas out there that will, you know, be emotional when you call them out. But all my close homies, we call each other out on our bullshit all the time. I feel like those are the best friends to have. You know, it's like, hey, bro, you know, I love you, and you know, you my dog, but you low key been bullshitting lately. Yo, you low key been slacking lately. Yo, you haven't been showing up to the workout sessions. What's going on, bro? We hold each other accountable, and it'd be like, you know what, you right, bro. You know, those are the best friends to have, and I feel like the male groups that are really locked in, that's what they be on.
The time, like name me, you know, a female friendship group that's lasted longer than 10 years.
Male friendships are stronger than female friendships.
Same.
By far.
Same. God,
by far.
I've heard women say some shit about it.
Show me 5 female friends that have been friends for 15 years.
Can't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't do that.
I actually don't know.
Even in like movies, it can't even happen. It's just
Bro.
Yeah.
break up at the 15 type.
Bro, yeah, these are talks.
You got friends for 15 years?
15, 5.
And I feel like a lot of girls are able to just be social butterflies with people that they don't actually know. Like, bro, I remember there was this girl I was talking to where, and she was showing me, I remember she came over my crib one time and I saw like she had like a Polaroid in the back of her phone. And the Polaroid, it had like, it was her and a bunch of like random people, a bunch of random girls, and like they're all smiling. And I looked at it and I was just like, oh wow, like who are these people? Because we had been talking for a while and she never mentioned any of these girls in this photo. I was just like, you look so happy here. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, they're my best friends. And I'm like, yo, we've been talking for months and I've never seen, heard, or known any of these people. How are they your best friends? You know what I mean? I feel like girls will do shit like that versus like guys, like we know what it is. Like I'm like, we could be cool, but I'm not putting that pedestalization on our friendship. It's just like, oh, that's my dog. We cool. We well acquainted, but that's not my best friend. You know what I mean? I feel like girls be so quick to, oh, they start hanging out 2 weeks in a row. That's my best friend. It's like, yo, what's wrong with y'all?
You're a liar.
No, but it's just different scenario. Take 5 friends on a boys trip and a girls trip. These 5 boys, the boys are gonna come back, I think, a little bit healthier than the girls. Because if something happened, like you told me it was a girl math. What was it?
Girl math, bro. They go on vacation with 5 friends and come back with 2.
Yeah,
arguments. Yeah.
One of them buys a early flight because she can't stand one of them. One of them find a man, go to the Airbnb, and one of them just disappears, bro. Just come back with 2. I don't know. And then at the birthday party the next year, bro, you got 5 different girls. Not even the same friend. Like, it's just...
That's
and
what
don't
I'm
get
saying.
me wrong,
It
like
makes
I feel
sense.
like as a girl, yes, you can cut people off over like little things, or you can maybe, I don't know, do we actually cut people off over little things? Like I feel like as a woman, you'd naturally cut someone off, or you'd think about it if like things feel fake. things feel forced, you feel like she doesn't like you, she's disrespected you too many times, or just you're not enjoying the friendship. That is a good point. Male friendships lack emotional depth, but are less emotionally taxing. Female friends tend to be
Because we only make the things that actually matter a big deal.
very complimentary and extremely supportive, though at times it may be slightly fake or exaggerated. Whereas observing my male friends, in a lot of their conversations, they tend to jokingly make jabs at one another and sometimes even try to one-up each other. From what
Yeah, that is true. We be talking shit.
this comment describes, it kind of sounds like male friendships are kind of like low commitment, low investment, and low expectation. Whereas with my female,
It's funny just hearing a girl break that down because she read that and got a completely different take than what the fuck it is. She's still trying to make sense of it. Low commitment. It's like, why are you even making it that deep? It's not low commitment. It's just we not emotional, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's been known since the beginning of male time. You talk shit with the bros. Like, if you can't talk shit and, you know, make fun of your friend and, you know, call his forehead big and make fun of his teeth and his face, like, just talk shit. Like, boy, I know you're not talking musty ass nigga. Like, just, you know, talk shit with your homies. That's not your real homie. You know what I'm saying? Versus girls, they do that. She ready to fight. She gonna be ready to fight. Like, what the fuck did you just say to me?
friends, like, I don't want to say it's high commitment, but like, I don't know, to me it feels like the bare minimum. That's why I'm so confused. Like, if you can't come to a certain like dinner we're doing because like you're literally busy, you're literally at work, or you literally don't feel well, like, cool, fine, totally okay. It's crazy that
and they
to
still
me that's
get
normal,
upset.
but to think that that's like, to think that that's not even a requirement for men. I think, to be fair, this comment said that men can hang out with someone that they don't like and it's no problem. Yeah, to be fair, now it's actually kind of clicking. I do feel like some men's friendship sounds a bit more low commitment. Like, there's not as much loyalty. Is that the right word? I always get the vibe that it's just like, it's not that deep. It's whatever. Like, yeah. It's just a bro. It's just a guy. It's just a friend. Like, it's not that deep. Whereas for women, I think it is that deep. I've noticed that men take things less to heart, so they tease each other more boldly, but women are very careful of how what they will say will affect their friend. The downside of men's bold jokes is that sometimes they cross the line and hurt their friend's feelings without realizing it, while the downside of women's cautions is that sometimes they overthink too much and aren't able to truly strengthen their friendship and live in the moment. Women are really cautious of feelings. That is actually
that was a good take.
Stone cold fact. I almost think because we're so cautious of our friends' feelings or of the person's feelings, it's why we might come across as fake. Like, I don't know, for example, when I've been in a fake friendship, whether I've been the person, like, it's normally because I don't really know how to say something without rocking the boat, and I'm like, let me think about how to say it. I'm overthinking how to say the right thing, and before I say the thing, I guess beforehand, I am being fake because I'm still talking to the person.
Bro, what? This is a woman and her personality on full display. Like, it's just like, yo, overthinking to the absolute max. Wow.
I'm just like planning what I'm going to say. Whereas for guys, it's teasing, the bold joke is a natural part of the friendship. So I guess you don't really care about saying the wrong thing. Women seem to tiptoe around their friends, often out of the fear of losing them, because women let their friends go easily once they feel like the bond is broken. Teasing builds a stronger bond, but only when done within the parameters of your friend's comfort, and both genders seem to have different ideas of how to navigate that. I would agree. I think a strong friendship is born out of being open and honest and, you know, without fear of hurting the person's feelings, because the reason why I feel like I'm more comfortable hurting someone's feelings or like just being blunt now is because I know that feelings are going to be hurt inevitably. Like, whether I say something, whether they say something, whether, I don't know, something happens at work, like, your feelings will be hurt. It might be me today. It might be me hurting your feelings. It might be your colleague hurting your feelings, but like, you're not bubble wrapped. Like, you can't go through life with, you know, a shield and armor. Like, you are going to have your feelings hurt at some point. And if I need to say something and drop a bomb, like, I'm just going to drop the bomb. Guys don't hold grudges. Like, they'll talk to each other even after the biggest fight ever. I've seen this so many times, and I know it's a stupid example, but I've seen this so many times on Love Island. Like, I've seen two boys argue about something, probably over a girl, but they'll have a chat, they'll have one of those man hug things, and then they'll just swiftly move on like nothing has happened. And the thing is, that that is so rare for girls. Like if we argue over a guy, over anything, even if we are civil afterwards, even if we move on, there is a residual part of me that's like, but we had that one argument that one time. You just can't let it go. And you're not holding a grudge anymore.
That's crazy. Because again, I had disagreements with my homies all the time. And that's what it is. It's just, we talk it out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, y'all hoes aren't willing to agree to disagree. Sometimes that's just what it is. It's like, yo, we not seeing eye to eye on this. Cool. Bet. We cool though. Like, everything good. Let's just, like, bet, bro. I guess we're not on the same page when it comes to this topic. Maybe we'll be on the same page with the next one. We good.
But it's
we don't need to end the whole friendship.
Like it's, you know, an extra piece of like color on the paint that is their portrait. Like you just see them with a bit more detail now. After that argument, it's added thread to the fabric. Like, does it make sense? Like it's added to who they are. That argument. I'm a girl who had been in a group of boys as the only girl, and been in a group of toxic girlfriends, and a group of girls of good friendships. Boys feel jealous of other boys too, but they have acceptance that the other boy is better than them, and they move on. This is interesting because I feel like female jealousy can ruin a friendship. Like, again, because we don't really talk about things, like we hold...
Versus, I think male jealousy can actually motivate. That's why you be seeing like rivals and shit. A good example is, for all my anime fans, is Naruto and Sasuke. Probably one of the most legendary rivals in anime. Goku and Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? It's like they damn near hate each other, but they homies though. They locked in. It's like, I think that's kind of the best way to put it when you are quote unquote jealous. Now, I would say in general, you should try not to lead with jealousy in your heart, right? I'm not jealous of nobody, but I guess I can't necessarily say that when I was growing up. You know, there was definitely people that were on my basketball team, or, you know, some of my friends that was close to me, where I was genuinely jealous. But I also, like, there was a level of admiration there too. Like, man, I can't wait till I could do what my bro's doing, or get as good as my bro, or get the girls that my bro was getting. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. I guess jealousy is a normal emotion, but I just don't like when, I guess, jealousy leads to like resentment, you know? You're like, oh, it should have been me. Now that's just some hating that shit. But if you can like kind of tween it in a positive way, I feel like, you know, some jealousy in a friendship can be good because it can lead to rivalry. And again, I think men operate well in that. You know, it could push you. That's a little motivation you need to get to it.
Resentment because we want to keep the peace. If say Amanda is jealous of Becky because Becky's smashing it at school, she's got gorgeous hair, she's living life. Amanda's jealous of Becky and they're friends. Becky is going to pick up on that sooner or later. Like, I don't know, something about female jealousy, like you can smell it. Like, you might not notice it straight away, but over time, comments that Amanda makes, you know, each time Becky smashes her next exam and Amanda doesn't celebrate her like she used to, she just kind of glares at her, like doesn't say well done. Like, you're going to pick up on the jealousy, and I feel like it can be one of those things that erodes a friendship. I feel like for you to be jealous of a friend or maybe envious of a friend and keep the friendship healthy, I feel like you have to be like quite a very emotionally intelligent person. Like, you have to recognize that, okay, I feel jealous about this girl because I want what she has, but you're not going to let it disrupt the friendship. I feel like that's really, really rare, and probably something that only happens with like older women, 20s, 30s, 40s maybe. Even then, I feel like there's a lot of people probably in their 30s that would feel jealous of a friend and struggle to have a healthy friendship. Meanwhile, girls don't have that acceptance. If you are a girl who shines, the other girls would try to reduce it and by making you feel lonely and make you put more effort into the relationship and push you to a literal doormat mode. When the girls who are good, they connect with you emotionally, understand your needs, and they would want you to live in a world of girls, which is kind of fun. It's interesting that boys can be jealous of other boys and just simply move on, because I was actually reading some research about some of the dynamics behind like male dominated groups. Like, you know, that like the bro culture of a sports team, or like that like finance bro like aesthetic of like men in a male dominated department. Like, I was reading about some of the male friendship dynamics that we don't often see or talk about that lie beneath the surface, and it was saying competition is a huge contributing factor, to the extent competition is what men have, whereas connection is what women have.
That's kind of what I was saying.
The research is by a woman called Rachel R. Bird, and it's called Welcome to the Men's Club. I'll link it down below. The research was talking about how in a lot of male-dominated spaces, talking about your emotions is literally like forbidden. Like that is like social suicide. You do not talk about how you feel, your emotions.
Because nobody cares. That's something as a man you start to figure out very quickly. Nobody cares. Like nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's going to feel bad for you. So, and now I do think that that mindset can get a little bit toxic. You definitely should have, a safe place for you to open up, which again, your close homies, your close dogs, you should be able to do that. Like all my close homies, I feel like I can open up to them and be vulnerable and it's not an issue. But again, like just a more casual space, like casual friends, you're playing for your school team, sports. It's like, nobody gives a fuck about all that complaining, bro. We all in this hole working and trying to figure it out together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's battling their own battle. So nobody cares about all that complaining shit.
Feeling like that is not a thing. I'm thinking of making a whole entire video on this. Like, let me know if you'd want a truth about male friendships video, like a peek behind the curtain, what the research says, what like real men think. Because I feel like when you're on the internet and you're, talking, you're like looking at content on male, female, social dynamics, it's often very divisive. It's often very black and white. Oh, men are the reason why this, women are the fault because of this. And it's just like, let's not put each other against each other. Let's not blame each other for the reason why the world is the way it is. When it comes to friendships, a lot of the time, men are trying to impress other men. Like naturally, they want to impress the people that they're around. And I think if you're not, a guy that wants to compete or you're not competitive, like sometimes you can feel a little bit like, I don't know, left behind or not as manly enough. My closest friends are a group of guys I've known from high school, and we've all been friends for almost a decade now. The friendships are so comfortable to be in, and there are rarely any dramas. Conversation is mostly banter or talking about a shared interest. We will rarely talk about our personal lives unless it's a funny story, and we will never discuss how we are feeling emotionally. The more I was reading your comments, thank you so much to everyone who actually submitted a comment, the more I was thinking like this, okay, this is like the norm, like a scary norm. I understand that this is just how it is, like this is just how men work, this is just the norm, but I actually can't fathom it because as a woman, like we just talk about our feelings. It's not like we're just opening up a therapy session every day and every time we talk to each other it's like counseling, but like I don't know, you talk about, you just talk about how your day was, how you're feeling about work. You're kind of like catching each other up on each other's lives.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think with your homies, maybe like when you're younger, but like when you're an adult with your homies, conversations are very quick. Like we're not just hanging out on the phone and shit. Girls will just stay on the phone and talk about a bunch of pointless shit and all their emotions and all the drama and gossip. They're always talking shit about somebody, whether it's a family member, another friend in the friend group. A conversation with the homies is more like, yo, what you got going? Chilling right now. Hey, I'm trying to go to the gym. You pulling up? Nah, I'm about to be on this other shit. Damn, nigga, why you not pulling up? Man, I honestly, I don't even feel like it, bro. That's what it is. All right, nigga. All right. Boom, conversation over. Like that's what a normal conversation is. You know what I'm saying? And if it's anything deeper, maybe you get in 5-10 minutes. And it's like, let's link up and talk about it, or let's go do something and talk about it. But like, niggas ain't on the phone just yapping and gossiping and shit.
I don't know, like seeing your friends, I compare it to like you're watching a show and you press pause the moment you leave each other. Then the moment you catch up again, you're pressing play. Like I need to like catch you up on this season that is my life. And I'm telling you all the details. And then we'll press pause and I'll catch you up again. I've always been fascinated by the idea of physical touch in male friendships, especially where I'm from. It signifies homosexuality.
What the fuck? What the hell are you talking about?
Unless handshakes or greetings, which is why I barely see male friends hugging or holding hands unless in movies. I don't do that myself, mostly to avoid unwanted attention, while for female friendships, they have the liberty to hold each other or even hug each other.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you any straight males don't want to be holding each other's hands, gang. If a nigga was like, hey, bro, let's hold hands, I'm liable to slap that nigga in the mouth.
Do you know what? Men's internalized homophobia, I feel like will be the death of them at times. And it's weird because I feel like it's only...
What? So it's funny girls say shit like this. And it's like, if you saw two guys walking down the street holding hands, would you not just assume that they're gay? Yes, you would. You would. You 100% would. And this is not to say there's anything wrong with people being gay, but it's just like, y'all, she literally just said men's homophobia will be the death of them because guys don't do physical touch in the same way. Guy friends don't do physical touch in the same way that girls do physical touch. If you saw a brother walking down the street holding hands with his friend, being huggy and all kissy-wissy, the same way that girls be with each other. Like girls be posing for like pictures, doing like kissy faces, you know, putting their lips real close to each other, putting they cheek on each other's cheeks, and they be straight girls. You know what I'm saying? That's a normal thing that they do. If your homeboy was doing that, nigga, you'd be like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Nigga. Girls are hilarious, bro.
It's only like a positive thing amongst men to like be hyper masculine to the point of internalized homophobia, whereas for everyone else it's almost a sign of weakness. Like you can't even congratulate your friend without putting a disclaimer saying no homo. Like it was no one.
That's not true. I mean, I'm sure there's some lames out here that are moving like that, but that's not true.
Even thought of that. No one's mind went there. Your mind was the only one that went there. And now you can't even fully congratulate your friend. Like you can't fully express how proud you are. You have to like dull it down and be like, no homo. Male friendships don't feel as genuine and deep as female friendships to me, to be honest. Men tend to be too supportive of each other in rights and wrongs and rarely call each other out. Which is why I see friendships, childhood for example, last longer with guys, even when their personalities change as they grow, as they don't mind being with people different than them, and even if their views and opinions are totally opposite. To be fair, this is a good point because I mean it happens quite often online where say a guy will do something wrong, their friends will back them, and then there'll almost be a bit of uproar as to like, how are you still supporting this man? But then again, you know, I think women can make friends easier, I think, because we do talk about our emotions quite a bit more and we're okay being vulnerable. Like it's not a weakness to talk about how you feel, good or bad. I guess we're naturally more open to friendships, whereas I know for guys it is a lot harder to make friends. If anything, from what I hear from my friends, like some
because me personally as a guy, like I just don't want no fake friends. I don't need a bunch of like new friends. I got my friends already, and that's not to say that as I get older and as time passes, nobody will ever enter my circle. But again, it's because we have deeper connections with our homies, and we don't shatter our connections over bullshit. Versus most women do. They be like throwing the whole friendship up in flames because she couldn't make it to the birthday party. You know, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they keep drilling that guys don't have as deep connections. No, it's because we have a deeper connection. It's kind of like, I'm not going to make it weird, but like the best type of friendships are kind of like relationships. It's thick through thin, ride or die. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Unless he does something heinously disgusting, you know, we can agree to disagree.
Sometimes, you know, a guy can end up in a position where his friends are actually quite tied to the relationship. Like his friends will become her friends, or, you know, his social life is linked to her social life. So maybe the reason why men are kind of really loyal, friends for 10 years, 15 years is because they kind of can't let go in a sense. And again, you know, this person said male friendships don't seem as genuine and as deep. Maybe that's another reason why I guess men will stand up for poor behavior. Like their friendship isn't as deep.
No, it's not because of that. It's just because we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Again, unless it's like a heinous crime where it's like, yo, you're a disgusting human being. I don't want to be around you because you are this terrible person. It's like, so what? My best friend doesn't like basketball and I like basketball. So what? He didn't come to my last birthday party. Like, it's not that deep.
And this isn't a bashing video by any means. I'm not bashing at all. I'm just like, it all started from a conversation and then I asked you guys for your thoughts and now I'm making this video. I'm just like genuinely intrigued and I'm kind of like trying to make sense of it all. From my experience, men friendships are simpler and revolve around activities, interests or topics and the fun part of a friendship in general. And also they're very loyal and communal and not very emotionally deep. On the other hand, female friendships are emotionally driven in every way, for good and the bad. So they tend to go deeper into more serious topics, but they can also be a lot more complicated. I mean, yeah, I think we've discussed that one. Of course, this is just a generalization and it really depends on the people involved. Maybe, yeah, I think this person's used a good word. Like, they're simpler and they revolve around activities. That is a male friendship. Not that they're less deep or less genuine. They're just simpler. Like, they're just simple people. We both play Dungeons and Dragons and we both play lacrosse. Like, you know, that's the brotherhood. That,
you know, I remember I was looking at a TikTok and it was, I'm gonna see if I can find it actually. It honestly describes
a bitch really
girl. Okay, so I think this TikTok right here explains how men are way more civil than women. Let's get right into it and we'll end the video off of like that.
Have you guys heard of pickup basketball? Listen to this. Guys will go to a court on like a Saturday morning with a ball and just be like, next. They go just knowing other like-minded basketball-loving humans are going to be in the vicinity and they're just gonna like play games together. They're just gonna play games. So I asked my husband, I was like, how do you like make the teams? And he's like, you just like formulate them. You're just like, okay, us 3, us 4, like us 5. I'm like,
what? Damn, no.
have you guys heard of with a ball knowing other like-minded basketball-loving humans are going to be in the vicinity and they're just gonna like play games together. They're just gonna play games. So I asked my husband, I was like, how do you like make the teams? And he's like, you just like formulate them. You're just like, okay, us 3, us 4, like us 5. I'm like, what chaos, what absolute madness.
You see the stress in her face? This is the difference between men and women, bro.
Can you imagine? I'm like, is there a piece of paper where you're writing people's names down? Whoever has next is like, writes their names on a chalkboard? And then like, how do you know who's on your team if you're not wearing matching costumes? Like, you just met these people. How do you know you're not bouncing the ball to the wrong person? Then he says the winning team just stays on the court and the losing team just gets off. And a new group of basketball-loving humans comes onto the court and then they play that winning team. I'm like, okay, what happens if the losing team is like, yeah, we're not going anywhere. We run this court. We're
that just doesn't happen.
Staying. He said, I've played thousands of games and that's never happened. You're telling me that in pickup basketball, there's just a peaceful transfer of power, pickup game after pickup game after pickup game, and he said,
well, pretty much. The only time things will not get peaceful is like on a call in the game where it's like if somebody fouled you and they didn't think it was a hard enough foul, and now you're arguing, or the score. That's the only time. But that only will typically last a couple minutes, and then you're back to hooping.
Yes.
Bitch is dumbfounded.
I would be a wreck on my way to that court. It'd be Saturday morning, white knuckles, driving. Oh my God. What if they don't let me play? What if they don't like me? What if they hit my shoes? I'd bring snacks. I'd be like, hey guys, I'm here. I've got my basketball. It's all pumped with air. And here are orange slices. And I brought juice and water for anybody who forgot it. I would try to make myself the most favorite person. This is just the most chaotic thing in the world. And it makes so much sense.
That's hilarious, man. Hey, again, I am a firm believer that most male friendships tend to have stronger and better bonds than female friendships. That's not to say that none of y'all ladies have good day ones, but just try not to be so emotional. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the little things be the reason why you destroy a good thing. And that's be the problem with most relationships, intimate relationships. Y'all be so quick to jump off ship because you don't like 1 or 2 things that your nigga do, even though you love 90% of it. Okay? Lock in. realize that you got something special.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.